It's time for Notre Dame to get back in the win column. They'll have an opportunity to do that. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time kickoff. Both teams being ranked. Notre Dame at Duke. You can find the game on the ESPN family of network. This one on ABC. So we're going to dive into Tim's 3 keys to the game, and then we'll get his score prediction for this contest. The Fighting Irish. Folks, please do go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on this video and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so yet, so you can catch more Notre Dame football and recruiting content. Tim, your first key to the game, it's an interesting one. You're going to abstract on me, question everything. What are you talking about here?
Yeah, this is a big game. Instead of talking about the players and talking about things that happened last Saturday against the Buckeyes, I wanted to look at Marcus Freeman. I think this is a Marcus Freeman week. I think we're going to learn a lot about Marcus Freeman in this game against a ranked Duke. College game day is going to be there. So I started thinking about, hey, let's look at Marcus Freeman's overarching philosophy of his program, because this is a big game. How's he going to get these guys to rally? You know, how's he going to get these guys to be like, we still got 7 games left. We got ranked opponents coming up. We got a top 5 USC. We went out, things are going to happen for us. So when I say question everything, Marcus Freeman mentions it all the time. And I started thinking about that, and it's really, for me, it's his aggressive nature. He's aggressive. Going back to the Buckeyes, they went for it twice on 4th down. You know, he took the screen pass. People want to question. He was going for a kill shot. It was right there to be had. So when we say question everything for Marcus Freeman, that's also, I believe, looking at him, his program, what we see on that football field. And we're going to know a heck of a lot about, I think, Coach Freeman and his leadership moving this team forward, in 2023 on Saturday night.
Tim, key number 2 for you, unit strength. I know you want to talk specifically about the running backs and the corners.
Yes, Marcus Freeman, this is an Urban Meyer thing. Urban Meyer was huge about unit strength at Ohio State, and obviously Freeman learning under Fickle, things of that nature. He's kept it, that mantra. And that's every single unit, the O-line, the D-line, the safeties are a unit, the corners are a unit, just all coming together as a team. And the unit strength, I think after 5 games, the running back room's been outstanding. It seems like whoever goes out there is going to perform, whether it's blocking, it's running with the ball, receiving with the ball. They have one heck of a running back room, much more dynamic, explosive than I think anyone really probably gave them credit for coming into the season, thinking it's Estime and a bunch of young guys. No, they're playing those young guys in meaningful minutes at any time. And then the 2 corners, seriously, their passing stats nationally now after 5 games, they're in the top 2, 3. They're number 1 in a couple of categories, are outstanding, and that's led by Benjamin Morrison, Cam Hart. And I think the way Benjamin Morrison has played this year, he's got to be a first-team All-American, and he's more than likely going to be up for the Jim Thorpe Award at the end of this season. It's just great football being played at the cornerback this year.
Yeah, Tim, with Morrison, I think people aren't talking about him enough because he doesn't have all these picks like he did last year. Teams aren't throwing his way for a couple of reasons. One, it's Ben Morrison. 2, Ben Morrison's locking down receivers. He's seriously playing outstanding. Yeah. Notre Dame has I think maybe a 1st-round pick, when his Notre Dame career is all said and done. Key number 3, Tim, this is an offensive line/defensive line driven program. What do you mean by this?
Freeman talks about it all the time. That's going back to, you lose to Ohio State. What's Marcus Freeman talk about? What does he want out of Notre Dame? You hear him speak about these things all the time. And he's talking about an O-line, D-line driven program, meaning those are the guys that need to step up and be the leaders, be the bedrocks on each and every single Saturday. Offensive line played their tails off against Ohio State. Offensive line, I think, has gotten better each and every single week this year. They are looking like a Joe Moore finalist type of a group, the way they're coming together, especially Joe Alt, who is just playing out of his mind this year. Unbelievable football. Blake Fisher just played his best football of the season against Ohio State. The same with Rocco Spindler, who was the 3rd-ranked offensive lineman from Pro Football Focus. And then with D-line, they're rotating a ton. They're just moving around so many different guys. They're playing so many different types of fronts, going from dime to nickel to their base to stand-up ends, multiple guys. This is a unit that really needs to take that next step forward if Notre Dame is going to win on the road at Duke, handle SC, Louisville, Clemson. They still got big games up ahead. I think the D line is that one unit on the whole entire team. When we talk about unit strength, that needs to really, really start rising up to the occasion and start creating some havoc plays for the team.
Okay, so last week, when we did this video and looked at OddsShark, it had, their algorithm, whatever data they use to spit out this kind of generated score prediction was Notre Dame 40, Ohio State 39. Now, both teams just controlled the ball so much, limited possessions. Both teams, had fourth and short opportunities and didn't convert. I think that game could have been a lot higher scoring than that's obviously much higher than 17-14. Honestly, it could have been in the high 20s, low 30s. But for this Duke Notre Dame game, how about 41-36? That's what OddsShark has rounding there. That's pretty high scoring. So that has Notre Dame winning the contest, obviously, Duke covering the 5.5-point spread, and then the total of 52. Yeah, that's going over. So you see the spread consensus. People are hammering the Notre Dame minus 5.5, and people do like the over Notre Dame Duke total of 52. People are betting the over there. So with that being said, Tim, what's your score prediction? What are you going with? Notre Dame kicks off in just one more sleep. What do you got the Irish,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
guessing you're predicting Irish win. So what do you got the Irish win by tomorrow?
well, let's take a look at a few things. Notre Dame's going for 30 in a row. Never been done before in the ACC. Notre Dame is, and in those 30 in a row, they won, I believe it's 13, 14 in a row at a true road site, true college campus. And Notre Dame's beaten 3 ranked teams. So, Tim, I go back and do a little bit of history looking. You got 2018 Va Tech, 2020 UNC, and last year the big road win at Syracuse in the Carrier Dome. Mike, I added them all up, do a little division, a little math here, and I kind of like this score. It comes out Notre Dame 39, Duke 21. I think Notre Dame is going to come out. I think they're going to rally. It's a good football team. I think Sam Hartman's played in Durham. He's played against, Mike Elko last year and Riley Leonard. I think Notre Dame's defense is a lot more active, especially at the perimeter with the corners. I'm expecting Notre Dame to come out. It may be a late score to make it look bigger than it is, kind of like a North Carolina State type of a game, where it's a little sluggish back and forth early, and then the athletes at Notre Dame over the course of 60 minutes will take over this football game.
I got Notre Dame 29, Duke 20. Don't ask me how Notre Dame gets to 29. That's just what came to my brain. So don't take that to the bank. But yeah, that's what we're going with. We're going with Notre Dame wins. Tim, we've been doing this Friday show for years. I'm just trying to think, man, how often do we pick Notre Dame losses? I don't know, but we will not be picking them today. I like Notre Dame again to go in, to the Raleigh-Durham area and go and get themselves a W here. So that is going to do it for this video. Hit that thumbs up, of course. Subscribe to our channel for more content. Catch us moments after the game ends. I'm talking 1 to 2 minutes tops. When that Notre Dame Duke game ends, we'll be right here on our YouTube channel breaking down the game. And you can find all of our written coverage at blueandgold.com. So appreciate you folks. And as always, we will catch you next time.